After game 2 of the New York
Here.
Knicks versus Indiana Pacers.
Listen, I have a bad inkling about this, Daniel. I'm sorry.
You know, I was telling this before we started. I was like, I'm watching this game, and I even said like in the group chat, like I just feel nothing. Like this, we're in game 2, and I just feel like it's like I'm watching a car crash in slow motion. Like I'm just waiting for the disaster to strike, and it just look it's a tough game to explain because the Knicks didn't play bad. The Pacers didn't play to their level, but it's everything I've been saying. My biggest concern with this Knicks team against this matchup is that it's going to come down to scoring, and I don't believe the Knicks can score enough to outscore the Pacers. And you get a bad game with Tyrese Halliburton, and you get Pascal Siakam going off. Like, this is what this Pacers team does. They just have so many ways they can beat you. And the Knicks, when they don't have Brunson and somebody else going, it's a problem. And even when they do have that, they had in game 1, they still can find a way to lose. I think game 1 was just an example of bad, final 5 minutes. This is just a game where the Knicks just could not score enough. And that's going to be their biggest problem during the series. They're just not going to score enough. Could they come back and win game 3 and 4? Absolutely. Is it difficult as fuck? Yeah. But like I
They're
don't
going to Indiana now, aren't they?
Indiana.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
The Knicks are 5-1 in road games this year. They're a
They
great road
are.
team.
They
are
are.
fantastic. For some reason, they're a fantastic road team, right? So, I mean, this was not a must-win. It was like to feel good, you had to win this game. Game 3 becomes the must-win. That's a near elimination game, and look, I think the Knicks can come back in the series. I don't think the Pacers are like playing better than them. I don't think they're I don't think they're out of this world better than them. But it is going to be difficult if you cannot score up with them and you do not hit your shots. When you're missing wide open threes and you're missing layups and you have so many turnovers in that first half, it's the little things in this series that's going to matter. And the Knicks just had the last game was missed free throws. This game it was turnovers and rebounds. That's just how the series is going to go. The Knicks need to play perfect now for 4 straight games to win. They haven't played perfect the entire year. That's what's scary. Because the Pacers, they're going to take advantage of turnovers, they're going to hit their free throws, and they're going to make their shots. It's what they do. They're better than Boston. They're better than Cavaliers. And they're probably the best team in the West. They've been playing the best basketball. And they're better coached than the Knicks are. So that's just, the Knicks are fighting an uphill battle in every department. But yet they're still in these games. Lost in overtime. Lost by 5 tonight. We're almost tied in the fourth quarter. Like, the Knicks are in these games. They're like, it's right there for them. They just can't seem to grasp it. It's the SpongeBob thing where you can't grasp the, what's it called? The jellyfish net.
Ah, yes.
And then he has to jam it into Squidward's hands.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks need Karl-Anthony Towns to just jab the stick right into his hand to win these games. And they, again, like, it's not like it's impossible for them to come back from this. They can come back from this. It's just really difficult now. And like I don't feel heartbroken. I don't feel like throwing up. I didn't feel sick. I just felt like, yeah, they're gonna lose this game. You could see it coming a mile away after that third quarter. It's an expectation. And you just gotta live and just hope for the next game they come out and get a win. Like, I've been the most negative Knicks fan in the world. I know that. But, I could see that at least they're in these games and that there is a chance they can come back from it.
And that's what hurts the most. It's not like they're getting absolutely destroyed by 30 and it's like just outplayed, outclassed throughout the entire game. They're losing by margin. Just like this. Just a very small margin. They're getting outplayed, getting outworked. And Indiana's shot-making ability is some of the greatest shot-making ability I've ever seen on a basketball team, ever. I feel like when they throw up a shot, everybody thinks it's going in. There's not one guy in the world that's like, no, not that shot. Not going to go in. Every time they throw, it doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter when, it doesn't matter who. When they put the ball up in the air, it feels like it's just going to go in. They have a magnet in the ball and at the rim. The Knicks played their heart out. It just wasn't enough. Indiana was just better. And now you have to go into their home and be better. And that's already a tough axe. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm very skeptical about this Knicks team right now. To be honest, I've very little hope for the Knicks now in this series. And game 2 was just like,
Yeah, I mean, like, the one saving grace you can kind of, this is not like a big thing. It's really me grasping at any straw I could reach. It could be a paper straw, I don't care. But they took 2 games in Boston. They took 3 games in Detroit, right? Road teams in the playoffs, they don't care about going to opposing buildings anymore. Like, there's no... And this is throughout all the NBA playoffs so far. Road teams don't have any kind of advantage or disadvantage going on the road. Like, the road team, their home court advantage doesn't exist anymore in the NBA. There's no place that is feared or that is intimidating or that opposing teams get rattled in. They just kind of all play the same way and they kind of all play their basketball, right? So, in that regard, there is a chance they can still come back. There's a chance they can continue to play well. So, there's that kind of sliver of, okay, the series is nowhere near done. This Knicks team is nowhere near done. But game 3 and game 4 now becomes you have to reverse sweep it, and you have to take 2 in Indiana. You have to. Like, if you go down 3-1 coming back to the Garden, yeah, it's a good game 5, but you're fighting an uphill battle. And it's tough. And I think what you're seeing here too is that Indiana made the Western Conference Finals last year. They know how to get here. They know how to play here. The Knicks look inexperienced at times. They look like they're a team that hasn't been in this path before. They look like a team that's still trying to figure it out as they go. And it's that inexperience that you're kind of seeing right now with the shot making, decision making, that's leading to them losing these games. So, I mean, look, I don't want to give up hope. I don't think this Knicks team is far from done. But it is slowly dwindling the further we go on.
Yeah. Jalen Brunson can only do so much. Mikal Bridges can only do so much. OG, Mitchell Robinson, McBride, Towns, they can only do so much. And I think in that fourth quarter there was a coaching decision that I didn't like. Tom Thibodeau just let Cam Payne absolutely ruin like 3 possessions. And everybody in the building is like, just put Brunson out there. We're acting like Jalen Brunson needs rest anyway. The difference from him playing 10 minutes in the fourth quarter as opposed to 9 is nothing. Like, Tom Tibbs, quit it with this, he needs rest now type of bullshit. No, he doesn't. This is the playoffs. He's clearly ready. He could clearly still make shots. And I think that coach's decision costed them a couple of possessions that really turned over the game a little bit in the Pacers' favor. And then at the end, 14 seconds, they don't take the timeout. Down by 3. They inbound the ball, right? Jalen Brunson, goes up court, shoots it almost at half court, it felt like. Chucks it up, bricks badly. And you're kind of scratching your head at that. You're like, what was what was going through the mind of Tom Tibbs? Like, was this the play that was drawn up to shoot the quick 3, hope you get a rebound, get it back, and then shoot another quick 3? Like, I'm not sure what was going through Jalen Brunson's mind in that regard, so that kind of screwed me because I felt like he could have gotten a better look if he actually tried and waited a couple more seconds to get closer, at least to the 3-point line. Maybe get somebody jumping, get somebody leaning. Oops, now the three's up. Now it could be good. But we'll never know.
If they don't win Game 3, this is over for them. Like, I mean, because they've been so close these last 2 games and they can't close it out. It's like, but to be fair, the Pacers have been well rested. They've had a lot more time off, I feel, even if just by a little bit. And the Knicks could still be like recovering from their fight with Boston, but they don't win Game 3, it's over for them. Like I'm calling it now.
Yeah, I agree. I just think
Can't. I think Game 3 is the most important game of this whole series. Like, you need to win it. You need to win it. Like, there's.
I think every game now is more important. Is the most important game for the next season. That's the point you're at right now. Every game is the most important game of your season. Every game's gonna be treated like a Game 7 right now. There has to be no tomorrow. If you lose 3 games to this Pacers team, they're gonna win the 4th. They just are. They're just that good. And they run deep. You know, part of the reason why they're so rested is they could rotate 10 guys out there, and it not be an issue. They could do that. They're that good. That's why they're better than Boston. They can all shoot. They can all create their own shot. They can all come off the bench and drop a 3. That's just how good they are. And it's great team building. It's great coaching by Rick Carlisle. Like, he's a really good coach who's managed his team well. The Knicks just don't have that. They went top heavy, and this is the price you pay. But when you go top heavy, you need your stars to step up. And when Karl-Anthony Towns is not scoring, you lose the game.
Yeah. Yeah, it just sucks. Because it feels like the Knicks are better, right? And they're just not. Some shots aren't falling, right? Pacers are just, their shot making ability is incredible. Even when the shot's contested, it still finds its way bottom of the net, all net, never hits the rim ever. Halliburton is a stud, superstar. Andrew Nemhart is clutch in the mid range and the 3. You got Miles Turner, Obi Top. Like, it just feels like all these guys, whenever they put the ball up, it goes in, and it doesn't matter what you do or how you want to do it. They're going to find a way to put the ball up and it go in. And yeah, the Knicks defense is good, but when your offense is that elite, kind of means nothing. Yeah, so we'll see. Game 3. When is it? Sunday? I think it's Sunday. Get a couple days off.
Yeah.
So we'll get a day off. Excuse me.
Get a day off.
A day off.
I just feel like, to be honest, who wants to see the Pacers in the finals, though? Like, the Knicks, you can't let this happen. Like, nobody wants to see. Like, it's good. Like, I get it, but I'm not trying to see them in the fucking final. Who know what? I mean, come on, no, we belong in like. It's just gonna be very sad and disappointing when this happens. Like, I kind of have like very little enthusiasm.
Yeah, I mean,
it got deflated after this game. It got deflated because this week we were all hyped that they beat Boston. So I'm like, yeah, they can get it in 7. They can get it, and now I'm like, oh, I don't know if they're gonna get to 5.
Yeah, I agree. 2 smaller market teams potentially being in the finals. Indiana, Oklahoma City. I mean, it is pretty cool of a matchup if you're a basketball.
They're small market, but I think that would still garner a large crowd. First of all, Indiana's known for basketball, so it's a small market, but it's a basketball place. Was that for a small market or basketball place?
Basketball place. Their corny asses coined that phrase themselves. Let's calm down, all right?
Well, I mean, the ratings, the Fox. I mean, whoever carries the game doesn't want OKC or because there are small markets, and are people from LA and New York going to be interested in tuning in to see the Pacers? Like, I mean,
Is anybody
it's
now
not
interested in
sexy.
watching
It's
the
not a
NBA?
sexy thing. It's not a sexy thing. That's why it's like the Knicks. This is your year to like. You don't even have to win the finals. Just show up. Let's go.
I mean, look, LeBron's not in the playoffs anymore, so the ratings are already down. So you want to get a big market in there eventually. But Adam Silver, we know notoriously, is an idiot. So we'll see how that goes.
So what we're saying is rig the game.
You would think so, right?
Don't rig the game. Just fucking
Rig
win.
it. Rig
You
it.
know, the Knicks. You
Rig
guys
it.
have to find They have to find a way to make it happen.
Well,
It didn't. It like the game was definitely wild, but I feel like now is the time, guys. Because are you going to be able to go further next year? You're going to run into these same teams. You're going to catch a break with Boston because Jason Tatum's not going to be there. They're going to have a shit season next year. But you're going to have to meet Indiana again. So if you can't beat them now, what makes you think you can beat them later?
you're right.
You bring before we I think it's a great point because this Knick team was built to beat Boston. It was not built to beat Indiana. So you cannot retool this team to now go out and beat Indiana because you invested so much into beating Boston. So now it becomes, well, what do you do now? How you can't retool it. So now you really have to go out and try to figure out a way to beat them in 7 games.